Hey guys, it's Leanne here, and hey, look, I changed my background. It's just a giant pillow that I got for Christmas. I know it's summer, but I also like winter. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to be doing a story time on my dad. So when I was 4, my dad broke his back a while ago, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna warn you right now, if I start crying, I'm sorry. But this is kind of sad. It's not 100% sad, but it's really sad. I mean, like, it was 9 or 10 years ago, so. I was going down this hill in Harrisville, New York, where we used to live in a hunting camp, and me and him would take walks almost every single day. And we went down this one hill, and I was mad because he never played with us or anything. He never did. He was just in so much pain. And he would always be taking naps and stuff, so one day, I decided that him and I were going to play chase. And, well, I ran down the hill, and it was another hill going up. Well, my little feet were struggling to run up the second hill. So he came running down with his cane, and he was just huffing, and, he was just sitting there just grabbing on his cane so hard because he was in so much pain, and I'm not on drugs. I'm just really, really tired. I didn't sleep yesterday. I couldn't sleep. My ears bothering me too much, and I never realized how much that really hurt him. And hey, I'm now looking at you. And well, there's also one time when he was taking a nap and he was laying in the chair like normal. He had one of these really old things, and like the bell thing just go like this, like ding, 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 that noise. And I jumped on him because I wanted him to play, and I'd like just be jumping on his stomach. He's like, Marissa, go play with your brother now. I'm really tired, and just go play with your brother. I'm like, okay, Dad. So I was a little sad, but then I went over to my brother and I started playing with my brother. Well, my dad taught us how to hug him when he's gone, but you're supposed to have 2 arms just right over your chest like this and just put your head down. And he told us that that's what it's going to feel like when you're putting your head over his shoulder. Like, you know how when you're hugging someone, you just like rest your head right here, like their neck is like right here, and you just rest your head there. That's what he told us to do, like this. And he taught me how to shoot his hunting rifle. Me and my brother too. I'm actually going to take that back up again because I forgot, and I really don't want to get murdered in my car. So, whenever he came to pick us up, because my parents were divorced, because he tried to take full custody over me and my brother, and obviously he lost, because, yeah, and so my mom divorced him. Ow. They were married for a for a long time, actually. Actually, a good 5 years. Because my brother was 5, and they got married the same year that my brother was born, because my mom was pregnant with him. And my oldest brother, Alan, was not my father's child. He was obviously his father's child. His dad had been dating my mom for like 8 or more years or something like that. He's 21 now, and I'm like trying to unknot my hair. But Dad would always show up at least an hour early and just drive around Canton, where we ended up moving to. Okay, so for a whole entire week, for every single week, every whole week, from Monday to Friday, we'd be at my mom's house, or at least my mom's apartment in Canton, and then every weekend we'd go over to Harrisville, where my dad lived, only for the weekends though, because she wanted us to visit. And The last time that my mom, the last time that we were supposed to go to his house, he didn't come an hour early and drive around Canton. He just didn't. In fact, he was 10 minutes late, and my mom saw me drawing a picture, and she's just like, Marissa, what are you drawing? And I told her, I'm drawing an angel, Daddy. See, 'cause Daddy's an angel. I also forgot to tell you that Dad felt really sick, and he didn't want to come pick us up this time. My mom knew that he was gone. And, she knew that something was very wrong. So she called my Uncle Rusty, and he went over to my dad's house. My dad was dead. My dad committed suicide when I was 4 from pills. I don't even know why. I keep forgetting whenever my mom tells me. But I remember this one time my mom told me that when I was first born, he made a promise to me. The first time that he held me in his arms, he looked down and said, Marissa, when you get married, I promise you I will be there just to walk you down that aisle. I don't care if I don't like the guy or not, I will be there. And I will hold your hand so proudly because you're my daughter and I love you so much. I will walk you down that aisle. He broke his promise and he's never going to be walking down the aisle holding my hand. Instead, he's going to be just watching me from a distance, watching my oldest brother walk me down the aisle because he gave up that chance when he died. I can't ever get him back. Because once you commit suicide, you give up every right that you have. You give up every single promise that you made to anyone. You can't just come back in their life one day and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I never meant to do any of it. It was an accident. No, you don't. What you do get to do, you don't get to speak to them. You don't get to help them at all. You just watch them suffer from a distance. So if you ever think about committing suicide, think about this. My dad made a promise to me. He can't ever give that promise to me. I have went through so many things without my dad. And it hurts. It physically hurts me to see my friends sometimes because they are so happy with their parents. And they still have a dad. I never get to see mine. But at least my best friends have something that I don't. At least they get the chance to be happy with 2 parents instead of 1. And my stepdad. After my dad died, my Aunt Penny got breast cancer. And she left her 2 or 3 kids. I don't even remember them. My mom, she tells me about them a lot. And my Aunt Penny, she died of breast cancer when I was 4 or 5. Then it was either the 26th or 27th. My best friend from Potsdam died. She was 14. She's about to go on her first date. She's never had a boyfriend before. That weekend she was supposed to go on a date with the guy that she wasn't even dating yet, over to the movies. She never committed suicide. She liver failure. Her liver failed and she died. She collapsed on the floor. No one told her that she had something wrong with her liver. She just knew that there was something wrong with her because her diet changed and everyone started acting differently towards her. She never even had a boyfriend. I miss Megan so much. And she was still alive, and when I still lived in Potsdam, I made a promise to her that I would come see her in person again someday, no matter what it took. But I ended up talking to her over Facebook. I ended up getting back in touch with her, and I never kept that promise. It was too late, but at her wake, or I'm sorry, it sounds very disrespectful or something. I can't remember what it's called. She was in the casket, and I remember going in and just bawling out, crying, because my old best friend was just laying right there in a casket. She was so pale, and she looked like she was just sleeping. And I went in, and the first thing I said to her mom was, "I'm sorry." But I made a promise to your daughter, and I never kept that promise. It's too late now. She's not even alive. Can I hold her hand, please? Her mom just was still crying because she hasn't seen me in I don't know how many years. And I went over, and when I touched her hand, it felt like, you know, when you have something concrete and you leave it outside in the winter, then you bring it back in, it's so cold. She felt like that cold concrete. There wasn't any moving of her cheeks at all. Her skin wouldn't move. Like, see, I can pull my skin. Her skin wouldn't do that. And when I turned around afterward and I saw her brothers, it was absolutely terrible. We all loved Megan so much. Her and I fought over a stupid thing like where a trash can should be placed in a classroom. I don't even know why we fought.